Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name's Sophie and this channel is chronicling my journey to live my best life with multiple chronic health conditions. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about work-life balance and how I am managing or not managing as the case may be. So before I started working, I was doing pretty good, going to the gym a couple times a week. I was reading every night before bed and really just had a good routine going. I knew once I started working, things were going to change. I figured it would take a little bit to get in the swing of things, but didn't really know how much work was going to affect me. And it's affecting me more than I think I was expecting it to because it's not an active job. I'm literally sitting at the computer, typing stuff, talking on the phone, and that's it. I'm not physically active. So I really think I underestimated how much mental activity can be just completely exhausting. Now what happens is I will work, which the hours vary because I'm salaried and I basically work when I need to make phone calls. So normally it's during the normal business hours, but I also work when the members need me to call them. So that could be into the evening as well. For example, on Tuesdays, my day starts at 8:30 a.m. with a work meeting. I believe my first call is at 9 or 10 a.m. and then my last call is at 6 or 6:30 p.m. So Tuesdays are very, very long, and Wednesdays, even though I basically almost go straight to bed, I'm in bed normally by 8:30, no later than 9 every night. Wednesdays, I'm still just completely exhausted and I don't really recover very well by the end of the week. I'm recording this Saturday morning. I was technically off yesterday because I'm supposed to be in Minneapolis for a concert right now, but as I think I talked about in one of the previous videos, I was basically in a crash for most of April and I just didn't feel like it was worth the risk to go to the concert. So I had off on Friday and because I was supposed to fly out, but I still ended up making a couple phone calls to patients. So I wasn't off the whole day. I maybe worked like 2 hours or so. And I wanted to do yard work. I'd wanted to get some stuff done, but that didn't happen. I ended up taking a 3 or 4 hour nap. And even when I woke up, like the only reason I got out of bed was because I knew I wasn't going to get to bed at a reasonable time if I continued to sleep. So I'm just a lot more exhausted than I was expecting to be, especially since I am 3 months or so, 3 or 4 months into working now. I was hoping to sort of level out, but that's not happening. And as my caseload grows, I don't expect that to happen. If anything, it will only get worse. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to be managing going forward. As it is, I do not go to the gym basically at all. I might go twice a week on a Friday, knowing that I will crash over the weekend, but I'm going to crash anyway, so I might as well go to the gym. I do not read before bed like I used to. I cannot remember the last time I read before bed. I do remember I only managed like a couple minutes before I was falling asleep versus the 30 to 60 minutes I was reading before I started working, or even at the beginning of when I started working, maybe. Then, on the more practical side of things, just the everyday adulting that has to be done, I deal with emails basically on the weekends. Thankfully, I don't have a lot of emails to deal with, but for example, this week I got emails from Cleveland Clinic as well as the functional NP. And normally I would be like on top of emails when they came in, but I did not respond to either of them until the next day because I don't really check emails in the evening because I don't want to do anything in the evening after work except kind of stare at a computer screen on YouTube and watch like animal videos or something. That's about all I can manage. Housework is obviously not really happening either. Yesterday, one of the things I needed to do was yard work. That is why I am not in my pajamas right now. I had planned to do yard work, but I am struggling to stay awake at the moment, so I am considering a nap. But I also know if I nap, I'm not going to feel any better when I wake up. So maybe I should just bite the bullet, do the yard work, shower, and then take a nap. I don't know. I still need to cook for the coming week. I didn't cook last weekend. I was too exhausted. I've been eating pancakes this week. I ate out a couple days because I just do not have the energy to cook. And I don't really know what the solution is. I don't think there is a solution. I just think this is how it is. And I have to figure out a way to manage it. Still working on it. But that is how things are going in terms of work-life balance. There really isn't one, but it is not because of work per se. It's just because I cannot recover from work. But work is going really well. I'm doing well. I'm getting recognized by my supervisor for doing well, which is awesome. But yeah, just not really functioning much outside of work, which is rather unfortunate in many ways. But my to-do list is ever growing. I have laundry that's still in the dryer. I need to do yard work, as I said. I need to replace some of my security equipment with one company with Ring equipment because Ring is $99 a year versus the other company I have is $55 a month. I've had the new Ring equipment for probably a month now. I just have not had the energy to switch everything out. I just need to switch a couple sensors and 2 cameras, but have not filled up to it. I really need to do that though, because even though I obviously have an income, I have a lot of debt for not working for over 2 years, and just a lot of expenses with like the flights to Cleveland, the hotel for Cleveland, like all of that's out of pocket, obviously. And even though I'm making more money than I've ever made, I have a lot more expenses than I've ever had because I'm in a lot of debt. So any money I can save by switching out these camera equipment and whatnot is going to be helpful, and I just have to get it done. But yeah, just struggling to do the adulting things like one is supposed to do. I still need to do the Cleveland Clinic, the denial for the amendment, I still need to write them back, and that's been a few weeks now. Just not really doing much besides working and sleeping, and the very bare minimum of feeding my cat and feeding me non-nutritious food most of the time, at least for the past couple weeks. Hopefully I will cook this weekend. It is on the list of things to do, along with a ton of other things. And we will see how much actually gets done this weekend. But I didn't really want to do an involved video about my genetic test or do another medical update so soon. And I didn't want to plan anything out, so you got this sort of rambly video instead. Hopefully I will be up to filming some of the videos I have on my list to film, but I just have not had the energy lately, guys. So that's gonna be it. I'm gonna go attempt to be productive because things need to be done, and I'm the only one to do them, so let me go do that. I will talk to you guys on Wednesday. Bye, guys.